Now available from 88 Films on Blu-ray is 1971's Lady with a Sword. This is 89 minutes, directed by Pao-Shu, who was a female director, not too common at that point in time. And it features Lily Ho, Nan Kung-soon, and Wang Hsieh, and it is in Mandarin with English subtitles. This was a Shaw Brothers old-timey swordplay martial arts production. It looks amazing. Like a lot of these 88 films, these new celestial transfers of the Shaw Brothers films, the opening titles are recreated, which they're recreated to look exactly like the originals, but they look a little bit video generated to me. The upside of that's the downside. The upside is that what is behind it looks perfect and looks as good as the rest of the film. A lot of times in the old days when you have to optically print effects or optically print titles onto a film, the image behind those titles would degrade a little bit. You don't get that with these new transfers. So the basic story, I'm not going to tell you the whole story. The basic story goes a little something like this. A woman and her son are on their way to her father's house to get him to avenge the death of her husband, the little boy's father. They are beset by bad guy, bandit, swordsman people who do very bad things to the woman, leaving the boy for dead. He escapes to the place they were going to, tells what woman who is the younger sister of the dead woman, and she seeks to enact bloody vengeance. She is the titular lady with a sword on the bad guys who did this. Unfortunately, when she finds out who the bad guys are, things get a little bit more complicated than just killing the guys. So very interesting film, very good melodrama. Excellent acrobatics and swordplay. It's a Shaw Brothers movie, so if you know Shaw Brothers movies, there is a baseline of quality that they all have in terms of the sets, the costumes, the scoring, the acting, and the performances. Very good across the board. This is not necessarily, for me, a top-tier Shaw film, but it is fun and solid. Very good foo in it. Very well shot and lit, I might add. Not always, the lighting doesn't always come into play when you talk about these things, but there are certain sequences where I was like, ooh, that's like really interesting use of light and shadow, which is what it's all about. And some nice surprises and shocks along the way story-wise. The extras are a commentary by David West, which, as I've said before, his commentaries sometimes are a little bit dry, but they are very interesting. And he talks, I don't want to say he talks nonstop because that sounds like an insult. He talks throughout. There aren't any stretches. There's not really any play-by-play. It's just like good, solid information throughout. And you get an image gallery that's 2.5 minutes set to score. What does it look like? This is cool. You can't probably see from what I'm going to show you here, but it's got, maybe see a little bit. It's a little bit of a, yeah, there you go. It's got a metallic paper that this is printed on, so a really cool slipcase. And the slipcase slips to reveal the same image without the metallic stylings, front and back. Crack it open, and you've got that image again on the disc. You take the disc out, and you've got a reversible cover with the original poster art, which is very cool. And then something that 88 often does for these, you get a fold-out mini poster featuring the original and new poster art. It's printed on nice, thick matte paper. So you've got the new cover there, which is really nice art, and you flip it over and you have the original poster art, which I always say is very cool because if you're a fan of this stuff like me, the likelihood of you being able to find and afford to purchase an original Hong Kong poster for a Shaw Brothers film is slim to none. So thank you for giving us that 88 film. So not much to say beyond that. Really fun flick. It's so great that all these things are coming out between 88 and Arrow and Eureka and Shout Factory and everybody else just cranking out all these Shaw Brothers films that people like me who've always loved martial arts movies, they were never that easy to see here without having to import them. And the quality is better than we've ever seen, probably better than these things looked in the theaters. So thank you so much, 88 Films, for Lady with a Sword.